Welcome. There are a lot of people out there now more than ever who are searching for something. There are especially people who have been impacted by what's going on in the world right now. So many people no longer have a job, or they no longer had the business that they spent however long trying to build up. You know, there's a lot of chaos out there right now, and so many people have been impacted. So why network marketing and why now? Well, network marketing allows you to earn an income by working for yourself.
And working for yourself, but not by yourself. It's a big jump to become an entrepreneur. If you're used to having a job, you've been trained for it, you've been happy at it, but you may know that there's a bit more out there, but you might be a little intimidated by the thought of going out on your own and starting something all on your own.
So if you've been listening to somebody who's been talking about network marketing, or maybe you've looked into it a little bit yourself, or maybe even just heard about network marketing, and you've been sitting on the fence, maybe hesitating, not really knowing what to do, or should I do this? I want to tell you that now is a golden opportunity. They say timing's everything, right? So this is the perfect time to get into network marketing, because there are so many people looking, and so much is open to us in terms of communicating with people all over the world now in a way that has never been before. So we've got those two things coupled together right now.
And the way the world economy is going, the changes we've seen recently are going to increase and become more and more pronounced, for good and bad. More and more, it's going to be difficult to commute to a job or be at a job. The energy prices are certainly not getting any less. So commuting and the time and the stress of commuting are a definite imposition on lifestyle. But not only that, but the communications, as Krista said, the communications capability has increased. Where now people are familiar with video conferencing, and increasingly, as we move into a metaverse universe, we're going to be more and more comfortable relating to each other through social media, through live cameras, and through augmented reality. And this is only going to increase as time goes on. As a matter of fact, the way technology is going, a lot of these changes will be arriving faster than most of us realize. And on the other side of things, the sort of negative impacts of robotics and artificial intelligence mean that a lot of jobs that we used to take for granted will no longer be available to us. They're simply going to disappear because of technology.
So what are your alternatives? What's out there for you that you can actually go forward with? I mean, do you have hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could start a business or a franchise with?
Yeah, or maybe you want to be a professional, but really, do you have the money for the training and university and the expensive credentials and the accreditation, and then starting from scratch, building up a practice, and then perhaps not being allowed to practice because of new regulations? And even more so, are you prepared to simply trade your time for dollars? In other words, whether you're working as a low-level paid employee or a high-paid professional, you're simply trading time for dollars. And the way you know if you're trading time for dollars is the moment you stop working. If the money stops coming in, then you're simply trading time for dollars. And that's okay for a while, but it's not the way to wealth creation, and it's certainly not the way to a lifestyle of freedom and opportunity.
And so many people who have lost their jobs and have lost their businesses, they possibly, like most people, had a business where, like Michael said, they basically got paid for the work that they did. So they got an hourly wage, or they got a salary, or they got a commission. And what happens when suddenly that's taken away? When there is no salary, there is no commissionable job, there is no wage that that person can count on, then those things go away, the income goes away.
The true key to lifestyle freedom is to have residual income. And you can define residual income, again, as money that keeps coming long after you've done the initial work, whether you're working or not. Go ahead, please.
Oh, I was just going to say, residual income to me is probably one of the hugest life-changing benefits that this business offers.
Among many. And we're going to get into some of those. We're going to give you the goodies here. But let me just mention something. You may be thinking, oh, that sounds great. You know, I'd love to have residual income. Who wouldn't? It would give me lifestyle freedom, the chance to live my dreams instead of somebody else's dreams. Yeah, I want that, but, and here's the big but. After the but comes but. I don't have any experience. I don't have money to invest. I don't have the time. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have credit. My education is not trained me for that. I live in a remote area. I've got a family. I'm taking care of extended age parents or young children or whatever. There's lots of buts, lots of reasons you might be thinking that that sounds great, but this couldn't work for me.
And that's where one of my favorite things comes in, because network marketing offers you a level playing field. And what I mean by that is you don't need any prior experience to do this. You don't need to have any special training or anything like that to do this. This is open to anyone. All you really need is, number one, willingness to work, and number two, basic people skills. You know, if you can say hello to a person, you can do this business. And I just have to say that for me, when I first started, even that was a challenge for me, just to do that. But I learned that skill along the way. And one of the beautiful pieces of this is that you earn while you learn.
And not only that, but you're in business for yourself. You own your business. You're a business owner, and all the benefits that that brings, including in some cases tax benefits. But you're not in business by yourself. And here's what's important about that. What if you said, I would like to start a business? Sure, that sounds like a great idea, but I don't have a lot of money or experience or time. And I said to you, well, what if I could bring somebody to you that had a lot of experience in the business that you're trying to do? They had a lot of resources. They had huge skills. They had success, and they had been doing it for a long time. And they were willing to come to work for you from day one, and you wouldn't have to pay them a penny. What would you say to that? You'd probably think, well, that sounds like a dream come true. You mean I could get into business, not put a lot of money in, not have a lot of experience, maybe being a remote location or have other responsibilities, work on my own schedule, not have credentials or experience, not necessarily have good credit or any kind of a record of a job. And somebody like that would come to work for me, with me, right by my side, training me, teaching me, holding my hand the whole way, and I wouldn't have to pay them? And I would say, yes. Not only that, but they're going to go to work in your business with you and for you from day one and ensure your success. And there's a secret. You might say, well, why would they do that? Here's the secret. They would do that because in this great industry of network marketing, your success becomes their success. And this is the key to understand. You're in business by yourself, but not for yourself. I got that backwards. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And the way that works is that you're part of a community of high performance people who started out just like you. No experience, no background, no knowledge, no nothing. Maybe, like Krista said, they have a dream and they're willing to work for it. That's required. But they've joined a community of people who together build these businesses and will help you build your business just as you will help others build their business, because your success becomes their success. And as you help others, their success becomes your success. This is the key. Unlike the dog-eat-dog competitive world, where if you get ahead, somebody else maybe falls behind or doesn't get ahead, and people are in deep competition for those very, very few spots at the top, and it's dog-eat-dog because it's tough. People aren't necessarily cooperative, although they may have good intentions. The system's not set up that way. In network marketing, that is exactly how it's set up. You can't do this alone. The more you allow others to work in your business with you, the more you contribute to others, the more success you have. And what a difference. If you worked a job or you've been in a position where you have had that kind of, I would say, sort of unhealthy competition, if you've been in that, you are going to love this, because it's a completely different environment, completely different energy, and success comes to many, not just a few.
So you're part of a team, and as such, you're part of a community. And we have an extraordinary community of people. And when you say yes to this network marketing opportunity, you say yes to our community. And it's a community of freedom. That beautiful word, freedom. We have incredible freedom and flexibility here. We get to choose. You know, we don't trade our hours for dollars. We don't trade our time for somebody else's money. We get to choose. And that is what's available to you, is you get to choose. So you get to work your own hours, make your own schedule. You get to block out the things that are important in your life, like your child's birthday party, or walking in the woods because it's such a beautiful day. So essentially what happens is you get to create a professional life intertwined with the rest of your life so that it works for you. You get to choose. You get to be present for your own life and the lives of your family and your community.
And that's an incredible gift, because if you've only had the restriction of a job or that kind of situation, it may sound too good to be true, but I want to assure you that it's not.
It feels really good, I have to say.
It really does. I've been spoiled. I don't think I could go back to a job after experiencing the freedom that Krista referred to, the freedom to work with who I want, when I want, how I want, or if I want. And if I don't want to work, I don't have to. I can look in the mirror and ask the boss, can I have the day off, or can I have the week off? And the boss, who is reflecting back at me, usually says, yeah, you deserve it. Go ahead. There's also lifestyle freedom, of location freedom. I can live where I want. I don't need to be near a job. I don't need to be near a city center.
There's no commute.
Absolutely. Right. Well, there's a 2-second commute from my lounge to my office. So I can use
it to the office.
Yeah, yeah. But Krista's right. There's not the overhead and the expense of having certain clothes or certain eating out the lunch if I don't want to. I don't have the commute. I don't have the credentials are expensive. There's also the freedom of unlimited income. If you've been restricted in work where you have a cap on your income, you're going to love this, because you get paid what you're worth, not what somebody else thinks what you're worth. The lifestyle freedom here is incredible. And it comes with other benefits too, like personal growth, personal development, professional development. You see, you're going to be working with world-class people who have developed the valuable life skills that people pay thousands, tens of thousands of dollars for. Things like communication skills, financial literacy, emotional literacy, different kinds of skills that you can apply in all areas of your life.
There are fabulous opportunities here for personal growth and development. You know, when you join this business, you get incredible training on every level. And that includes incredible opportunities for personal development. You get to empower your own life. You get to grow as a person. And that impacts not just your business, but outside of your business, your whole life. It's amazing. You know, you learn incredible leadership skills, life skills. And like Michael said, things like communication skills, you grow in confidence. And for me, I think out of everything that we get from this industry, which is an incredible amount, this to me is the most important. This has been the most impactful for me personally, is who I've had to become to make a success out of this business.
And, you know, a wiser person than me once said, if you want to invest in your life, invest in the 6 inches between your ears. In other words, invest in yourself, because they can't take that away from you. Credentials can be revoked or outdated. Businesses can be regulated or shut down. But when you, as Krista said, when you develop this, when you develop yourself, that's a lifetime gift. And then as part of a community, guess what? You can share that with others. And most of us love to share our gifts with others just because it feels good and it makes a difference. But in this case, it also is a form of leverage. In other words, by sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, your understandings with others, you then begin to leverage the power of many people accessing the wisdom that you bring, who then increase the power and the returns of your own business. See, that's one of the things that's different here. As Krista was pointing out, when you trade time for dollars, you're actually trading your life for somebody else's dream. If you are just trading time for dollars and then you stop working, the money stops. But when you're part of a community, when you're in a leveraged situation, you actually can take time off. I mean, one of the wonderful things that we've both experienced with aging parents is we were able to take a year off or more to go be with our aging parents. And guess what? Our income continued the whole time. As a matter of fact, in some cases, it got bigger. So the point is that once we build and become integrated and part of these communities, we now have an asset. We have something that is valuable to us, the community, and the world at large. And that leverage produces a return that enables the lifestyle that allows you to live your dream, allows you to build a life that you love.
I just want to say something about this dream piece, because one of the things that I love about this business is that we get to do what we're passionate about. You know, as adults, we're often told not to dream. Like it's kind of, you know, taught out of us, if you will. You know, keep your feet on the ground, keep it real. Dreams are like fantasy pie in the sky. They're not really real. Well, guess what? We get you to dream here. And not only that, we get to help you make that dream become a reality, make it real for you. You know, Michael and I have traveled all over the world doing this business. And we have had some extraordinary experiences along the way and made some powerful, powerful friendships with people. And so very often we've looked at each other and said, you know, this never would have been possible without the income and the time freedom and all of the gifts that we get from doing this business.
It's true. And so I want to encourage you to, if this message resonates with you, if any part of it resonates with you, like the timing, the lack of alternatives, the fact that you can be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and you can leverage yourself and personal growth, the professional growth, the lifestyle freedom, the ability to make a difference for yourself, to live your dreams. If any of that resonates with you, I want to encourage you to take action. I want to encourage you to take the next step. You don't need to make a lifetime commitment just on the spur of the moment. But the next step involves taking a closer look, getting a little bit more information. And how you do that? Get back with the person who shared this video with you. So I want to thank you for your time and your attention. And may you have all the success that you deserve.
It is so worth it. Go for it.